Hey there, Westov here. Want to make a quick announcement. Cindy shared it through some of our social media channels in just a standard post, but wanted to be able to just kind of do a quick video and make sure that I covered a few specific points with something that we've got rolling out. We've never been able to do before. We've been able to put this together for 2 Fridays in July. I believe it's the 15th and the 29th. The one in between there, we've got booked with something else, but we've offered a course that we put together years ago called Emerging Leader Development. We've been offering this since early 2018 publicly in one way or another, but we've never been able to do a live in-person session that's really open to the public. What we've done with this course over the last several years, we've hosted a lot of live virtual sessions. We've got a digital product that we offer all over the world now, and we've been able to work with around 200 folks in different organizations, specifically in groups of 6 to 8 to 10, sometimes as many as 16 in a session in companies. Now, it just doesn't make sense, though, for smaller companies or individuals who are paying for their own leadership and professional development to do something like this and have me and Cindy do 2 full half-day sessions with them one-on-one or in the sessions where maybe it's only 2 or 3 people. And the other scenario that we've run into is we also have companies that we've worked with that bring on new supervisors, new managers, and they want to have some continuity, some consistency with the message, with the material that their folks are working from. So they kind of have the same playbook, if you will. So what we want to be able to do is offer this publicly to the so it's 1 or 2 people from one person individually and so on. But we want to make sure we maintain the intimate feel that we've had all throughout the process, because with those smaller groups, we can have so much better interaction. Now, what I want to do in the next minute or 2 or 3 is share with you a little bit about what that is. So we've scheduled it. Again, you can go to the page, and in the comments, wherever you're seeing this video, I'll put the link where you can go directly to the registration site and learn all the details. So I'm not the detail guy, I'm the get it done guy. So if there's details that I kind of mess up as I'm talking with you here, overlook it, the right details are on the page, and you're certainly welcome to always reach out. So I'm going to share that real quick with you. And again, the link to the page that I'm sharing will be in the comments of this video. So really, we're looking at how do we help your leaders, specifically your emerging leaders, but also your other leaders, because sometimes people are in a leadership role and they've never had leadership development. So in so many cases, we promote our folks from being some of our best doers into our supervisors and managers in those roles, and they're great at the processes, they're great at the systems, they're great at the technical, but the people part's really a struggle, can be a big issue, and we don't provide them with the tools. So what we're trying to do, what we've done with hundreds of people through this program, is provide them with the tools to help bridge that gap. That's what we'll do. The page that you'll be able to see breaks down what we cover in each of the 6 lessons. We'll do 3 of the lessons in the first half day. We'll do 3 of the lessons in the second half day, 2 weeks apart. Typically, when we do it on site with a company, we do it a week apart. This time, because of scheduling, we're doing it 2 weeks apart. But what we do, the reason we do it, we separate it, is so you can have a piece of content, or your leader in the course can have a piece of content, and they can take it back and identify their specific action steps from each lesson, and they've got time to implement it. They're not overwhelmed. Maybe a little bit, because sometimes just leading effectively is overwhelming, but we're giving them the tools so they can look at what are the immediate action steps they're taking. And oh, by the way, they've got time to implement them before the next session. And in the next session, we really build on them. The 6 lessons are really designed to stack on top of one another. I would argue all of them are great by themselves, but they're even better when they're used together. And that's what we do over and over and over with folks. So we also issue a certificate of completion for the folks who take action, that follow through on the homework from every step. I tell people all the time that go through this course with us that this is not T-ball. This is not one of those things to where everybody gets a trophy. The folks that identify their immediate action steps from each of the 6 lessons submit it to us so we can check the box, but more importantly to their immediate supervisor, manager, or the owner of their company, so they can track, here's what we're doing, so they can collaborate, so they can see a tangible return on investment. That's who we issue certificates for. And gosh, there's not much that gives us more pleasure than issuing those certificates to the people that earn them, and it's fun. So one of the other things I'll touch on real quick here is this session has been approved for continuing education credit for HR professionals. You see both of the tabs here. We've also been able to get it approved for folks with in the assisted living, senior care industry through the National Association of Long-Term Care Administrator Boards. So it's approved for credit there. We've got to do some different things to make sure if somebody in a public session gets the credit, but we'll work with you. So if you need those credits, reach out to us. Let's talk about it. Let's make sure we get you registered. Now, one thing I want to do right now is tell you about the early bird special that we're offering with this. And that's something we're pretty excited about with the early bird special. So we've baked in some pretty cool stuff. If you scroll down the page when you get there, you'll see a couple different registration options. One's the basic. When you show up, you get the materials, we work with you, you earn your certificate, and boom, overdone. We've also built in a premium package where you can have lifetime access to the digital course, so you can really move forward and just take it to another level. We typically sell access to that at $247. We're going to include it here with the in-person for just $100 extra. And we're also going to include an adult DISC assessment for that individual, because one of the lessons that we really build in here is how to understand and recognize communication styles. And you can do it so much more effectively when you understand your own to that degree. Now, with the early bird package, for a select number of folks. So we're only going to have 20 seats for the group. Case closed the end. I think 20 is the number. Yep, 20 is the number. So 20 is all we're going to have for this public session, this first ever public session. 20 is the max, no more than that. Case closed the end, because we want to keep it intimate. We want to make sure we've got a great facility we're going to be doing this at. The room probably seats no less than 30, but we're going to keep it to 20. The rest of that is for the first 10 people that registered, and our cutoff date for this is the end of May for this early bird option. For the first 10 people, because our time's limited, me or Cindy are going to offer a complimentary one-on-one, 1 hour strategic leadership coaching session after you've provided your results or your action steps from at least your first 2 or 3 lessons. So we can really talk strategically about what are you looking to do? What are you applying? More specifically, if I'm working for you, if I'm one of your team members and you're telling me this is my action step, what am I seeing different in your behavior? What am I experiencing different? And how does that make a tangible change in the leadership? And more importantly, just as importantly, the results that your team, your department, your company gets as you take that action. And the goal is, how do we work through, not just put it on paper, but make sure that the rubber really meets the road and you see that tangible return on investment from participating in this course. You can see some testimonials from folks that have taken the course with us. We've got a few in there. If you're scrolling down the page and can't make it to this session, you can see some other options, or you've got more. You say you've got 6 or more people and it really makes sense to do it tailored for your team. We can talk about that. There's some cool stuff we can do there for you. But long story short, we'd love to have you with us. And we're going to be talking about this more, but I wanted to get that early bird announcement out. No extra cost. That one-on-one session would typically be no less than an extra $300, because we've got several hours built into what we do to be able to provide that 1 hour for you and be able to make sure you get those results. Look forward to seeing you soon. If you have questions, talk with us. You should have our contact information. Send us a message or comment on this post, or reach out to us directly. Look forward to seeing you soon. And again, the link to this page that you're seeing right here will be in the comments momentarily. Make it a great day. God bless.